Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Hello. So, coming up is my anniversary to my acceptance into WGU. So, I felt it is fitting to finally disclose where I'm in my nursing classes at, my pre-licensure nursing classes. It's at WGU. So around this time last year, I received, that exciting letter. And I think it was a phone call as well, because they wanted to make sure I would be willing to travel to my clinicals if I were, accepted to start. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I was so excited. But at the same time, they were telling me, hey, you could stay closer to, where you live to do clinicals, but you wouldn't be able to start yet. You would have to wait like 6 months. So I was like, oh my gosh, do I travel to do clinicals or do I wait the 6 months? Inside of me, I'm like, take the travel. Like, they're calling you. I mean, they want you in their school. So I'm like, I talked with my mentor, who was also a dear cousin, and she was like, girl, everybody don't get that phone call. Take it. And I'm like, okay. So I hurried up and called back and was like, yes, I'm in. And I was so excited. And so I started last November 2022. And since then, I've had some ups and downs already. I'm only in term 2, but I've already had some ups and downs. And I talked about one of them on one of my videos. It might have been a short, but there's more I could talk about and tell you about my journey. So I feel like I want to share this journey because I was looking and doing research to figure out, would this be a good fit for me? Would WGU be a good fit for me? There's not a lot of information out there on YouTube. There's not a lot of vloggers who are talking about WGU, but I know they have a lot of pre-licensure students because I am in a couple of groups, like on Facebook and stuff like that, to where I see pre-licensure students all the time. So I'm like, who's talking about this? Like, I need to know, But of course, I didn't find out much. Those groups that I'm talking about, I just recently joined those communities. So I feel like, hey, if I was trying to research, if I was trying to look around and find out information, then I know there's others who are doing the same thing. So why not, tell others more and be more explicit and say, hey, this is WGU. Because in all my other videos, I'm just talking about being a student, being a mom, and being a student. I talk about, I think in one of my videos, just like how to do online school, but never once did I just say WGU. And I don't know if part of me was thinking, I want to reach nursing students in general. I want to reach parents in general who are in school. So I kind of was broad like that. But now that I'm actually almost finished with my second term here, I'm like, WGU is unique. I think I need to focus in on WGU and let you guys know the truth about WGU while I'm still a student. Because a couple of the videos I found, these people were like WGU students years ago, like 10 years ago. Things have changed, okay? B, a lot of the WGU students that I did find, they were not in the position I'm in, meaning they had already obtained an RN. And so they were just going there for their BSN. So there's all these videos about the BSN, the BSN. And I'm like, no, honey, I need something for me, like somebody like me starting from scratch. But I didn't start all the way from scratch. I'll tell you about that later. That'll have to be another video. This video is already 5 minutes. I'm trying not to make it too long, but I'll tell you about that later. I didn't start totally from scratch, okay? I'm going to be honest there. But where I picked up at with WGU, coming from some other places. You want to know what those are, don't you? And why I left those. And why I stuck with WGU. And then third, I didn't think I disclosed WGU because I kind of felt like, let's wait a moment to make sure I'm going to be in here like that. Like, let's make sure before I start making all these WGU videos that I'm going to stick with it. And that's just recent. From the beginning, like this time last year, when I was getting that phone call and that acceptance, there was no doubt in my mind. I was like, yes, I'm going for this totally. I'm in there. But then some things changed that, made me kind of question myself. But, yeah. Anywho, so my WGU journey starts like that. It starts just like that. I took my TEAS test. I can make a video about that if you want me to. And that was in the summer of 2022. Passed the TEAS test the first time around. And then voila, applied to WGU. Was expecting to start in August. I didn't realize that you can't just pass the TEAS test in July and think you're going to start in the next cohort. Like, I don't know where I got that idea from, but it's not that simple, right? And so was anxiously awaiting. And then when they called, they're like, oh, you can go here. So that's how my journey begins. And I'm also making this video or this YouTube channel because I like to talk. I like to talk. And I've always liked to talk. I think I got something to talk about. So hence the title of my, YouTube channel. I think it's fun to vlog. I think it's informative, of course, but it's fun for me. I enjoy it. I do. And I'm silly and just me. So I'm going to be me. And then there was this thing hanging over my head like a carrot because I watched so many like financial people who's like, don't go, saying brand names and school names, and advertising people who aren't paying you for advertisement. And I thought about that long and hard. And I said, you know what? I don't care about that because I know this is something that people need. They need to know the truth about WGU, okay? Because I wanted to know the truth when I was trying to decide which school to go to. I got accepted into another school before WGU. And I had another school before that. And another one before that. And I'll disclose all of those. Just keep on checking out my videos. I'm going to disclose it all. But I'm like, when it comes to information and wanting to know stuff, like how else are people going to know if we don't share? Those of us who are in something or who have been through something or in the process, like how can other people find out? What research is there? You don't want to find out things from people who are getting paid to advertise because it might not be completely 100% legit, right? If you're getting paid to advertise and making something sound so good, right? So, yeah, that's how my journey starts. November 2022, I started my very first term. So I'm coming up here on that anniversary of this term. I'm going to celebrate because if you've seen some of my shorts, I celebrate everything. Everything. Okay, I'll tell you why later. But everything, yeah, it's worth celebrating. I don't know what else you would like to know about the beginning of my journey. I have a plethora of ideas of what I can actually post and let you know about. And yeah, I think I'm going to do that too. But that's how my journey at WGU began. Very exciting. So if you are thinking about going to WGU, or you are already there and you're having some doubts, or you're just starting, like I still consider myself a newbie. Like term 2, I still feel like I'm like, it's just a year in, you know what I mean? But the cool thing is, it's not that long of a program, and they kind of switched over programs. So it's weird because I'm like in the middle of the old and the new program. So I can tell you some things about the old program and the new program, which is irrelevant if you're just starting or thinking about going. You only need to know about the new stuff. But some of the old stuff too, I have tips, because even though it's old stuff, like it's still the same classes. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah. All right, so 11 minutes in. Check me out. Check me out. Check me out. Check out your girl. And please leave in the comments, what do you want to know about WGU? What do you want to know about me? And I'm going to put it out there as far as when it comes to the truth. All right, y'all. Till next time, be fine. Don't get drunk on that wine.